Okay, now take notes in this packet. These are a couple ones we've been working on before, okay? It says an item's originally priced at $300, it's marked 20% off. Off means there's going to be a change, C-H-A-N-G-E, change. You're going to change the percent. By changing and it says of the original price, find the new price of the item. So to change the percent, you take 100%. Minus 20%, because that's what off means, and that's 80. We always want to divide the result by 100, and that's 0.8. Now, with a change in percents, let's set up the three spaces. So equals, over here you're going to have two factors multiplied together. I put spaces, and right there. Okay, and this is always the original times the percent equals the new. It's always that way. Well, the percent we know is 0.8. Okay, we have that. Now, what I want you to do is circle the question. And then you have to find the last sentence. Find the new price of the item. And then circle the sentence that contains the money value, 300. Just circle the sentence. Now first let's look here. This is going to be the X. Well, does it say new price or original price? It says new price. So the new price is what we don't know. And 300 is my original. You just multiply there. 300 times 0.8 equals X. So we know what X is equal. We just have to multiply these two. So 300 times 0.8 is 240. Okay, next problem. An item is marked up 30% from its original price. The item's new price is $650. Find its original price. Again, the up signals a change in percent. So I take 100% and I plus 30%. That's 130%. Now I divide it by 100. And that's 1.3. So let's set up our original times our percent equals my new. Original percent new. Okay. All right, so let's circle the last sentence. Don't circle the other sentence. That's dumb. Okay. So we know our percent's 1.3. It says find, and this is X, okay? The question's X. Put X inside that last sentence. Find the original price. Well, it says original price, so we're going to put X in the original. And then the new is going to be the $650. Okay, so I'm not going to multiply here. I can't because I don't know what X is. I'm going to do instead divide by 1.3. Just put that under there. So 650 divided by 1.3 is $500. So $500 equals X. Okay, so circle the final sentence and put X inside of that. Okay, said new price, so you put X in the new blank. Find original. Well, I don't know the original then, so X goes in the original blank. Now, the next problems are totally different, okay? We haven't worked on these. We did a little bit last year, but you probably don't remember it. This was back when, I was at the front of the room, and it wasn't going really well. Okay, 10% of my paycheck spent on groceries. I spent $300 of my paycheck on groceries. How much money's in my paycheck? Now, unlike these first two problems, where there was a word that indicated change circled, there is no word here that indicates change. Okay, none. So here's what I do instead. I put 100% and then I put a line over the top of it, and I just use the 10% that they give me. Then I'm going to set this equal to another ratio. Okay, we're going to do this totally different so you don't get all confused. We're not going to do original times percent equals new. That would be if we had to change the percent. Here we don't. Now we need to define the 10%, and I've pretty much done that for you by underlining what the definition is, and that's groceries. That goes up with the 10%, and total is the 100% because you're finding part of a total. The part is groceries, the total is that. Now circle the last sentence. That's what you're asking to find. Does it say anything, and put X inside there, sorry. Does it say anything about groceries in there? Huh? How much money in that sentence? No. So I don't put X with groceries, I put X for total. And the $300 is what I spent on groceries, and what I'm finding is the total amount of money I have. And we can solve these easily. We cross multiply 100 times 300 and then divide by the 10. Okay, so 100 times 300 divided by 10 is 3,000. So $3,000. By the way, if you're wondering what the label is, this label is always the same as the number in the problem. Not the percent, but the other number. Okay, next problem. Mountains cover 20% of the land in the United States. There are 200,000 square miles in the United States. How much is covered by mountains? So again, there's no word that indicates a change in percent. So I don't add or subtract by 100 over there. I write 100% down, put a line over the top, and we use that percent we're given in the problem. Okay. Now, 20% is defined by mountains. I have underlined that to help you out. Mountains and total. Now circle the final sentence. How much is covered by mountains? Put X in there because that's what you don't know. Well, is mountains in that sentence? Yeah, so we're going to put X with mountains. We're going to put this other quantity, 200,000, and we're going to assume that's the total, which it is. Because that's total square miles in the United States. You got to find out how many of them are mountains. So I cross multiply 20 times 200,000 divided by 100. You can do it all at once too. So 40,000. Now, if you don't know the label, 200,000's label was square miles. So that's the label on my answer, square miles. Okay, next problem. 45% of the trolls in the forest lived in a glass house. 200 trolls lived, that's supposed to say glass, not class. Glass house, how many trolls were there all together? So again, no word that indicates that the percent is going up or down, like off and up, no words like that. So we do this much differently. I write 100, you use proportions or what these are called. So 45, I just use that as the percent, equals, and you want to, the 45% is defined by the glass house, those trolls that live in a glass house. And that's the total. Okay, circle the last sentence and put X in there because that's what you don't know. Now in that sentence, does it say anything about a glass house? Well, no, so X isn't going to be the glass house, it's going to be down here. And it said, sure enough, 200 trolls live in a glass house, so we're going to put 200 there. So I cross multiply and divide. So 100 times 200 divided by 45. You get a decimal, so we're just going to put 444. Now look at the 200s label, 200 trolls, so the total you have is 444 trolls. Okay, next one. I accidentally underlined the wrong thing. This is what I wanted to underline, bench press. I can bench press 200% of my body weight. I can bench press 500 pounds. What's my body weight? So again, there's no word that indicates add or subtract. So it's not a change in percent like those first two words. So you put 100%, underline it, and you're going to put 200%. Now, what's the 200% defined by? Bench press. And then total. Now, circle the last sentence. Does that say anything about a bench press? No. Oh, you put X inside it first. That says, because that's where I want to put X. That doesn't say anything about bench press, so don't put X by bench press. X is the total. And then 500 pounds, sure enough, he's bench pressing that, so that goes here. So you cross multiply and divide. And if you read the answer to yourself and set them up this way, it should make sense. 250. So if 500 is pounds, 250 is pounds. So the guy weighs 250 pounds. He can bench press 500 pounds. That's 200% of his body weight. Okay, 40% of the students in school participated in Spirit Day. 120 students participated in Spirit Day. How many students are in school? Okay, so no word that indicates up or down in percent. Okay, so I write 100% down. Instead of going over here, I write it down, put a line over the top, and we're going to use 40% in the numerator. Okay, what's the 40% defined as? Participated in Spirit Day. A little bit longer, and this is the total. Now circle the last sentence, because that's what we need to figure out. How many students are in school? And that, by the way, put X there, because that's what I'm looking to place. Does that say anything about Spirit Day in that last sentence that I need to figure out? No. So don't put X here. X goes here. So we're going to place 120 in the participated in Spirit Day. Well, it said they did too. So here's the X, so you cross multiply and divide. So 100 times 120 divided by 40, and that's 300. So it's 120 students, so it's going to be 300 students. Okay, and then finally, 60% of the roads need to be reconstructed. 30 roads need reconstructing. How many roads are there all together? Okay. All right, so again, no word that indicates adding or subtracting. So I'm not going to do the original times percent is new. That makes no sense here. So I put 100%. And I've got 60 on top, 60%. Okay, what defines the 60%? Well, needs reconstructing. And then this is the total. Okay, circle the last sentence. That's what we need to figure out. So we're going to use a variable X for that. Okay, in that sentence, does it say needs reconstructing? No, it does not. I don't see anything. I don't even see the word reconstructing. So I don't put X here. X goes here. And 30 goes here. Okay, so I cross multiply and divide. 100 times 30 divided by 60, I get 50. It was 30 roads, so the 50 is road. Percent, so roads and roads. Okay.